arrived. Nice little studio. Okay. Look at that. Welcome to Dubai, Sports City. Down there is the stadium in the background. I believe that's where the race will start. It's not far at all here. Okay. Alright, well, in Dubai, first impressions are, doesn't look like it's going to be overly cycling friendly. Big roads everywhere. Have to see where I can get out for a training ride later. Nothing serious, but you got to stretch the legs. I landed just a couple of hours ago. Got into my apartment, taking my Airbnb. Right now, try and find a bite to eat. Get out on the bike, have a little spin around here. Seems like the start line, I basically have a view of it from my room, which is cool. Yeah, I've found some restaurants here, but they're all closed. Definitely seems interesting. I mean, not in like the main city part here. It's an area called Sports City, so I'm hoping that it'll be okay to ride around on the bike out here. A lot of traffic, big roads. Should really read up a bit more on how that is out there. Italian restaurant here. Fancy something a bit more traditional, if you will, here. Some Arabic, some grilled meats, rice. If I can find anything like that. So, made it here to Dubai. A little walk around, a bite to eat. Now I'm gonna try and get out. A quick spin on the bike. Check everything's working, and yeah, just spin out the legs, especially after being on the plane for 6-7 hours, traveling for a while. Bike all set up, ready to rock and roll. Let's do it. Okay, so basically headed out of the studio apartment I was staying in. I'm going to cycle up to the race village. He'll pick up the start number and everything here. I have to say, first of all, unfortunately this is going to be the only real road footage from me, from the bike, as I stupidly forgot to bring the nut to fix the action camera to the mount properly. I managed to kind of wedge it in there for this ride, but definitely didn't want it for the race. Didn't want to have any potential issues there. And secondly, later you'll see, I basically forgot to turn the camera back on properly when I went back out for a test ride. But here, these roads, the roads out here, pretty nice and smooth. Around this particular area, it's an area called Sports City. It's a bit quieter, not as many cars. When you get out of this area, it wasn't so great to ride at all. I didn't spend much time out there. Lots of traffic, not so great. But around here, drivers were pretty friendly, giving way a lot, giving plenty of room. That was quite nice. So only just checking the bike all works, the brakes and everything. I'll come up here, go grab the start pack, and then go out for a bit of a longer ride then after that. Just to spin the legs. There you see as well, see lots of kids out here. It's one of the biggest events in the region. And they have a kids race here as well, so all the kids are heading up here. I think this is probably after their race. I think they did it a bit earlier in the day. A bit of a family day out here as well. But yeah, as you head up here, get through all the kids. Start line was just a bit further back, didn't really see it from the video. Basically, just a few minutes away from where I was staying. Alright, so Scott here. Let's have a look. Pretty big queue out here. This should go quickly. At least there's always good weather out here. Hi there. In the elite.
You can just go with your sister, we'll just call you.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Activate this one.
Thank you.
Amish?
Start number. Alright, start number picked up. 184 people in the invitation elite group. Big group. Let's see how that goes. With everything got here, let's go. Alright, just back in from the ride. Picked up the start number, dropped the stuff off here in the room. And yeah, just had a 40-minute odd spin round, keeping the legs ticking over. A couple of small little sprints, a couple of small efforts, openers really. Keep the legs, reminder that they've got some work to do tomorrow. Anyway, we need to shout up something to eat, prep the bike, get the race number out. Big day tomorrow. Okay, time to start getting everything prepped, sorted out for the race tomorrow. If you want to do it the day before, you know, the evening before. If you don't want to do it in the morning, don't want that extra stress. It's stressed enough as it is for a race. A few things to worry about as possible for the race. So let's go through everything here. Right, main bit's laid out for tomorrow. I'll have some gels. I might only actually take 3 on the bike with me. Helmet, glasses, gloves, heart rate monitor, plus UCI ID, Garmin. This I'll use to check pressures in a bit. Let's do that now. Right, let's just check those pressures. That definitely needs more. It's running 60 there. Need to be about 80. Let's get these pumped up. Perfect. Alright, so the Garmin, want to calibrate pedals, calibrating pedals, also checking got everything fully charged up here, calibration done. Also have the route in here for tomorrow. It's mainly going to be useful just to know how far I've got to go. That's done. Let's get the bottle sorted. I tend to use SIS, just because I've got used to it, so I've always generally used. I'm not a big fan of this flavour, but they don't do the one I like before anymore. I'll prep all that up, get all that done. You can do it like the day before. Yeah, just pop it in the fridge and it's good to go. Also have different coloured caps, so I know which is which. Easy. Seems like a simple thing, but kind of useful. Less stress. A bit of a shake first. Shake. The other bottle. It's going to be, judging from last year, it's a fast race. 2 hours, 10 minutes, 2.25 hours. Put that in the fridge. Right, star number. Let's see what we've got in here then. Pins, that's supposed to be on my leg. It's my wristband. See post. Supposed to put numbers on my helmet apparently. This I need to get done. That's the important one. So I learned this little technique from GCN. Let's get this. Put this on. Good. So, race strategy for tomorrow. Well, let's talk through the day tomorrow. So, pens open at 5:10 in the morning and close at 20 to 6, which is half an hour before the start of the race. Seems mega early to me compared to other races I've done. Well, the main concern is going to the toilet before a race. Turns out there's over 180 people signed up for the elite and invitational category. So it's a pretty big start, but I mean, should be okay. If I can handle small 4-corner crits with 70, 80, 90 people, then I think I'll manage. No neutralized start apparently, so it's just straight out of the gun, but that also shouldn't be a problem. A group that big, you just have to be smart, efficient, work the way up there. Yeah, so early start tomorrow. Might have a shower in the morning. This wakes me up, gets me going. Gotta have that all-important cup of tea. Don't want anything too heavy, and also don't want something that will burn off too quickly. On the bike, I can't really chew anything. I don't know. It's easy or hard, I just can't chew. So I have to rely on gels and the energy drinks. Bringing 1 energy drink, 1 water, probably 3 gels with me. Just over 2 hours. I mean, Swift racing I do, they're usually at least 2.5 hours. I usually have like 1 energy drink with me. I tend to sweat a lot more, I think. So yeah, I say get down there nice and early. Probably aim to get there for about 4:30. It's just around the corner from here. We need to warm the legs up a bit, drop the bags off. I always like to be at these things earlier rather than late. I don't like to stress. Stress just sucks unnecessary energy from you. Rather be there, chilling, having got everything done, even just spin the legs around a little bit. Yeah, so race strategy. I imagine there'll be quite a few breakaway attempts. I checked out the video from last year. There was a few, but one eventually established quite early on into the race. It looked like probably about 20 kilometers in. They built quite a big gap for a while, but then were, sort of started to be reeled in, but the peloton didn't catch them in the end. I think they ended up finishing about 20 seconds ahead. I'm not a sprinter. It would be good to get in a breakaway. If not, that's a stretch goal. Goal is to get into the finish safe, no harm done, and qualify. Basically, you can only qualify if I get to that finish line. All right, we'll do some food. Early night tonight, so inside rather than go out to eat, we'll just cook a little bit here. Get a bit of fresh chicken breasts, a good old penne, just so I don't have to buy all the different stuff. Just some basic pasta sauce, olives and mushrooms. Basic, we don't need much more than that. All right, dinner cooked up. That simple, easy. I don't need very much. It's not like it's a massive 5-6 hour race tomorrow. 2 hours, normal meal, quick, easy, done. Early night for me. I don't think I've been to bed this early in a long time. 6:15, but 3:30 wake up call. Alrighty, big day coming up.
A few hours later.
Oh, early start. 10 to 4 in the morning now. Tough going to sleep early, I'll tell you that. Didn't help that one of the neighbours here was drilling into the walls an hour and a half. Still got enough sleep. So, porridge time. The porridge cooking. Been a while since I've had a stove like this. That on the go. Tea. Be out of here by about 4:15. Alrighty. Ready to go. Let's do it. Get out there, go over there, drop off the bags. Boom. Not long to the start now. Getting ready, checking timing tips. Had my coffee. We're on at 6:10. That's good. Not a long way now. 5:30 now. Also, an incredible race from the finish. Done. Right, time to get out of the studio. Everything all packed away. Try and get myself an Uber. Hopefully there's one big enough to fit the bike box in. Always a problem that when traveling around. Normal cars. Can be tricky to find one that fits in. Especially how it comes to this. A lot of the cars they have. Back seats don't fold down or anything like that. Bigger SUVs or something like that. So, back home, race all done. Big question is, how did I do? Well, I qualified, big main goal reached, qualify. That was a big weight off my shoulders now. So I finished 7th in my age group. 40 qualified in the age group out of, I think, 197 starters. And I finished 56th overall on the men's. I mean, it would have been nicer to have finished a bit higher up. I messed up the end of the race. Obviously, would have liked to have finished a bit higher up. Just came into the finish, so I wasn't 100% sure about the last few corners. Probably should have researched that a bit better. So I wasn't in the right place. We came into the last 2 turns before the finish line. I was too far back in the pack. So when we actually came into the final turn, just had no chance of being up there, so just came into the main pack. But in the end, super happy with qualifying. That was the goal for the race. The whole reason I went out there was to qualify for the Gran Fondo World Championships in Glasgow. And considering incidents in the race, so I think about 60-70 kilometers in, there was a big crash. I was quite near to it, but luckily I was a bit more off to the side, so it didn't affect me. But it took out probably 8 to 10 riders. Pretty bad. I mean, we were going quite fast, probably 40-45 kilometers an hour. A bit later on, another 20 kilometers later, somebody else on the outside of me went down, touched wheels. It goes through, especially later on in a race, when minds start drifting, you're getting a bit tired, not paying attention. Quite easy for just a touch of wheels to happen and a crash to occur. So yeah, so happy just to have got in safe. Did have one close incident on one of the big roads. I don't know what it was, but it seemed like a big metal rod came flying across the road. Kind of heard the sound of it, and then looked down and saw this thing coming across, and it seemed like it went through my front wheel. Amazing. Somehow, you know, it went through, didn't cause any damage. I didn't get thrown off the bike. I still have no idea really what it was, but survived it, no problems, all good. So what I'm going to do, won't put it in this video, but I'll do another video as it goes into a bit more depth of the actual race itself, some of my power output, some of the stats, for those that are a bit more interested in that. And also, yeah, let me know if that's the sort of thing you actually do find interesting. So I want to do as well, give a few of my thoughts about Dubai as well. The race itself was fairly well organized, except at the end, the results took the rest of the day to come in, probably 6-7 hours. I don't know why they couldn't have put up very quickly just the provisional results. And I'll say I've qualified as well. That's also provisional on UCI approving it all. So I haven't got the official UCI invite yet. I think that takes a couple of weeks anyway. But Dubai as a city was interesting. Big, built up. I mean, the roads are pretty crazy out there, but speaking with a few people who live there, they say they love it out there. There is a big bike track, apparently. I didn't get out to it, but that's where everybody goes out to ride and train, and it seems like a really big cycling community out in Dubai. Nobody rides on the normal roads, they say. Short drive out to this huge purpose-built cycle track. I think it's 60-70 kilometers long. You go out there to train, so there does seem to be some sort of infrastructure out there for people. I mean, the temperatures when I was there was very reasonable, very comfortable, but obviously I think in summer it just gets crazy hot. Yeah, interesting country. I mean, the race stuff that, you know, it was interesting having to be in a big jacket and everything at the start line, starting a bit in the dark. Roads were big, wide, wind can pick up. We didn't have too much issue with the winds in this race. Overall, good experience, big roads, big pelotons, fast. But yeah, so that was it. Qualified, Dubai down. I think over the next few videos, go over some more of my other training, have some other races lined up. Yeah, let me know what you think. Write your comments down below. Your thoughts on or tips as well on how you travel with your bike, go to races, and see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.